Please stand if you are able. Today's processional begins with the candidates for their doctoral degree, accompanied by their academic advisors. The stage party is being led by Clemson University Marshal, Dr. Lauren Duffy.
Ladies and gentlemen, sorry, hang on a second. Please stand if you are able for our national anthem performed by Anna Grace Stiltner, Senior in Performing Arts.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated. I hereby open Clemson University's doctoral commencement ceremony. I now invite Dr. John Lopes, Associate Provost and Dean of the Graduate School, to the podium.
Thank you, Dr. Duffy. Our first speaker is one of the students graduating with us this afternoon. We're always looking for ways to put our students at the center of everything we do. So each semester, we oversee a process in which a group of graduate students and postdoc scholars select a graduating doctoral student to address their fellow graduates. Today, I'm honored to introduce soon-to-be Dr. Perla Salceda Olonio from the chemistry program in the College of Science.
Good afternoon, distinguished faculty, family, friends, and my fellow graduates. Today marks a moment of triumph for all of us. We celebrate the end of a journey and the countless twists and turns that brought us to this moment. As I reflect on my path to standing here before you, one thought keeps coming back to me. Sometimes the path we find ourselves on isn't the one we expect to take, but is the one we were meant to walk. Like many of you, I began my journey with certainty. I had a plan. At least I knew exactly what I absolutely did not want to do. I did not want to teach. I was going to be a business person and study business administration, until one of my professors warned me. If you don't have a company in your name by the time you graduate, you'll end up being a professor like me. The thought of being a lowly professor, apologies if there are any professors in here today, set me on an entirely different path, a path that has led me to where I am today. I have accepted a faculty position here at Clemson University. As an undergraduate, I pursued a degree in mechatronics engineering, then found myself teaching bioengineering in Mexico. That path brought challenges, moments of doubt, and decisions driven more by circumstance than passion. The struggle for tenure reminded me that sometimes doors remain closed until we're ready to open the right one. I left my position on the bioengineering faculty to pursue a PhD in chemistry at Clemson. A PhD program is an experience unlike any other. It tests your resilience, questions your results, and shapes you in unexpected ways. When I started at Clemson, I was overwhelmed about leaving home, starting fresh in a new country, speaking in a foreign language throughout everyday life, and diving deeper into a field where I still questioned my place. What I found was more than a lab or a classroom. I found a new version of myself. One of my most transformative moments came through teaching, a role I had once avoided, but now I treasure deeply. Teaching isn't just about imparting knowledge. It's about building connections and being the mentor I wish I had during my own struggles. It's about supporting and encouraging others to see their potential. That love for teaching has shaped my path. And today, I am proud to say that I'm the director of the General Chemistry Labs here at Clemson University, a position I hold with immense pride and gratitude. Clemson has given me more than just a degree. It gave me a job, a second family, and a new place I could call home. The people I have met here, professors, colleagues, friends, and students, have enriched my life in ways I could have never imagined. The challenges I have faced here have pushed me to grow, and the successes have reminded me of the power of perseverance and community. I will be remiss if I didn't take a moment to express my deepest gratitude to my advisor, Dr. Red Smith. His guidance, mentorship, and unwavering support have been instrumental in shaping both my academic journey and my personal growth. Dr. Smith's belief in me, even during the most challenging moments, has been a source of strength and inspiration. Thank you for your dedication and patience, and for constantly pushing me to achieve my best. I couldn't have done this without you. As we step forward into our futures, the responsibilities that come with our education go far beyond titles or degrees. We are innovators, leaders, and collaborators equipped to tackle the challenges of our time. We can shape a better world by creating sustainable solutions to protect our planet, inspiring the next generation through teaching, or simply being a source of kindness and support in our communities. Our education has given us the tools. Now, we must use them with purpose and passion. So, what is the most important choice we face now? I believe it is this: choosing to embrace the unexpected, lean into challenges, and recognize that growth often comes from the paths we once resisted. To my fellow graduates, this is just the beginning. Let us take the lessons we have learned, not just in the classroom, but in life, and carry them forward. Most of us probably have a plan. But our time at Clemson has shown us that we must be open to the twists and turns, because sometimes the path you didn't plan for leads to the most fulfilling destination. Congratulations to the class of 2024. May we go forward with courage, curiosity, and the conviction to transform ourselves and the world. Go Tigers! Thank you so much.
Thank you, Perla, for sharing your journey with us. I think you're going to find that there's no greater career than teaching. I want to thank all of the students who obviously took great care writing their entries as well. I would have been very proud to have any one of them up here today. Let me now introduce our stage party. As I read each of your names, I ask that you stand and remain standing so that we can acknowledge you. I ask the audience to please hold your applause until I've introduced everyone. First, I'm delighted to introduce members of the Board of Trustees here with us today: Ms. Kim Wilkerson, our board chair, Dr. Lewis Lin, and Dr. Ronnie Lee. Please help me thank them for their leadership. We also have with us executive officers, deans, and special guests. As I read each of your names, please stand and remain standing so that we can acknowledge you. Again, I ask the audience to please hold your applause until I introduce everyone. Dr. James P. Clements, President. Dr. Robert H. Jones, Executive Vice President for Academic Affairs and Provost. Dr. Tanju Karenfeld, Senior Vice President for Research, Scholarship, and Creative Endeavors. Dr. Doug Hollenbeck, Vice President for Student Affairs. Doutora Paula Agudelo, Associate Dean for the College of Agriculture, Forestry, and Life Sciences. Dr. Shaima Clark, Interim Associate Dean in the College of Architecture, Art, and Construction. Dr. Michael Lemieux, Associate Dean in the College of Architecture, Arts, and Humanities. Dr. Brian Miller, Associate Dean in the College of Behavioral, Social, and Health Sciences. Dr. Carl Hollingsworth, Senior Associate Dean in the Wilbur O. and Ann Powers College of Business. Dr. C.C. Bates, Associate Dean in the College of Education. Dr. Melissa Smith, Associate Dean in the College of Engineering, Computing, and Applied Sciences. Dr. Steve Krager, Associate Dean in the College of Science. Dr. Ariel Turner, Associate Dean in the Libraries. Dr. Lauren Duffy, the President of our Faculty Senate. Mr. Jeff Anthony, President of our Staff Senate. Dr. Natasha Kroom, Associate Dean for Academic and Student Affairs in the Graduate School. Dr. William Farrell, Associate Dean for Curriculum and Academic Integrity in the Graduate School. Dr. Jeffrey Halo, Associate Dean for Academic Policy and Program Effectiveness in the Graduate School. Dr. Amy Lautenrau, Senior Associate Provost. And Dr. Kimberly Poole, Assistant Vice President and Senior Associate Dean of Students in the Division of Student Affairs. Please join me in thanking them for their service and leadership. I'm delighted to welcome all of you to our December 2024 doctoral ceremony, including the many students, family, and friends who are watching the live stream of today's event. We're so glad that you can join us for this special celebration. And isn't it wonderful to be here today in Little John Coliseum to celebrate the amazing accomplishments of our doctoral graduates? Let's give them a round of applause. This ceremony also highlights the critical role of faculty, especially faculty mentors, each of whom spent countless hours working to help you get here today. Please help me to thank them for their excellent and tireless work. So one of the best aspects of working in academia is that we get to be a part of some of the happiest, most important days of your lives, including graduations. Today is a special day because we all know the immense amount of intense work you had to put in to get here today. We know how truly rare it is to earn a doctoral degree. I've had the honor of participating in this celebration since November of 2020, and every event has been special and memorable in its own way. But today has an additional element in that we are in the midst of a year-long celebration of 100 years of graduate education at Clemson University. To commemorate this important milestone, you've all received a medallion inscribed with the words, "Making the Difference." We know you'll cherish this gift for many years and hope that it will serve as a reminder that you are an important part of a legacy of success at Clemson University. The history of graduate education at Clemson started in 1924 when the Board of Trustees awarded a master's degree in education to Patrick Henry Hobson. Mr. Hobson went on to enjoy a successful career as a superintendent and principal in school systems in South and North Carolina. In one of the documents that we found, students like Mr. Hobson who earned significant achievements were listed under the title of quote-unquote special and irregular. I think we can all agree that graduate students are special. This past year, we hosted his great-grandson's family at a football game. Patrick, his great-grandson, and his wife both earned degrees at Clemson University. And they told me with a big smile that their children will do so as well. It's been an honor to learn about our first graduate, who his family described as a humble man who prioritized education for all in his family. They had no idea that he had earned the first graduate degree at Clemson. But it was clear that his master's degree was the foundation for their family to pursue advanced degrees. And as a result of Mr. Hobson's accomplishments, we have since then celebrated the graduation of 50,961 masters and 6,871 doctoral students. That deserves a round of applause, yes? Notably, last year, we achieved a new milestone. We eclipsed 300 doctoral graduates in one academic year. The growth has been extraordinary. For context, the first doctoral degree was awarded in plant pathology in 1961. And while I was not around 100 years ago, I actually was on this planet in 1961, though I was only a month old, so my recollections of that graduation are a little bit sketchy. 33 years later, we graduated 100 doctoral students, and it would only take 17 more years to graduate 200, and then 13 years to graduate 300. In fact, the reason we moved this event here is that we can no longer reliably fit in the Brooks Center. All of this is a real testament to the hard work of students, the faculty, and the staff. Most importantly, it speaks to the recognition of Clemson's excellence in education and research. Looking back at the students who have earned graduate degrees, you came to the upstate from every state and territory in the United States, and a staggering 152 countries around the world. There have been many changes to how students progress at Clemson. Dissertations have transitioned from bound paper copies containing original photographs to now residing in the cloud. Imagine how with AI, or whatever comes after that, dissertations will look like in another 100 years. There used to be a language requirement to ensure that students would be able to read and understand work in their discipline published in a different language. My doctoral institution eliminated the language requirement the semester after I passed the test. Really, they couldn't have done it one semester sooner. Some things have remained the same throughout time. The goals remain the same: to grow knowledge, to better understand who we are and our role in the universe, and to reimagine the world we live in. To meet these goals, we still get to work with a committee of professors who guide our scholarly endeavors. But we all know the ultimate challenge: trying to get 4 professors on your committee to show up at the same time and same place for a dissertation defense. You know what I'm talking about. There are, of course, critical milestones: the coursework, comprehensive exams, committee meetings, and defending the work that is represented in the dissertation. There is, however, one milestone that is arguably the most important of all, but it won't show up in any grad student handbook, and there's no graduate school form to fill out, and you know we've got grad school forms for absolutely everything, and no box gets checked off. It takes place at a different time of every student's education, but every student meets this singular milestone. I'm referring to that moment when you transition from being dependent on your advisor and others for direction on your work to actually taking ownership of your own scholarly work. I recall this moment for every one of my students. It happened when they started showing me papers that I should be reading, or articulating that we should be thinking about a different set of experiments, or arguing with me for a different interpretation of results. Every advisor looks forward to this special moment when it's obvious that you got this. You got this. It's a special point of pride. It's a moment that we all cherish. On behalf of the faculty advisors, past and present, I want to thank the students. I want to thank you for giving us this incredible gift. Today marks a transition for you, and we know that you'll pursue very different paths. Among our graduates today, some will be faculty or postdoc fellows at great institutions like the University of Bridgeport and University of Michigan, and yes, some will start new positions at Clemson University. Other graduates will be representing Clemson at Dow Chemical, Strategic Innovation Solutions, Eli Lilly, AbbVie Pharmaceuticals, and Integra, to name a few. And in the tradition of our first master's degree recipient, some will be in new roles in K-12 education in the Malden and Pickens school districts. So I'm sure it's natural for you to wonder if you're ready for what comes next. In fact, you will likely have this thought many times throughout your career. This is healthy. I recall many times over the course of my career wondering if I was ready for that next step. The fact is that you have worked deliberately to develop the skills that will ensure your future success. You're creative, highly motivated, you are focused, resilient, you know how to pose challenging and timely questions that advance knowledge, and you can handle any problem under the most adverse circumstances. We can guarantee that you're ready. You're ready. Wherever you go, we ask that you remember that your journey took you through Clemson University, and we hope that you take pride in the knowledge that you are integral to the legacy of excellence at Clemson University. We will remember you. So please stay in touch, because we look forward to hearing about your future successes. My heartfelt congratulations, and go Tigers! It's now my great pleasure to introduce a scholar in the truest sense and a man tirelessly committed to the success of all at Clemson, our Executive Vice President for Academic Affairs and Provost of Clemson University, Dr. Robert H. Jones.
Thank you very much, Dean Lopes. I really appreciate your dedication to the success of our graduate students. It's made a difference. Hello, everybody. I'm really, really pleased to be here at this very special event. And I'm going to start off with a couple of housekeeping items. Graduates are going to be hooded by their major advisor and an associate dean. And each graduate student will come up on this side of the stage, and there's a spot on the stage where they will have the hooding take place. The hooding spot is marked on the floor. There's footprints right there. You can't miss it. And it's important for you to hit it so they can get a good photograph of you. Then the graduates will cross the stage to receive the congratulations from President Clements. And thereafter, joy ensues. And I'd like to now share some perspectives on something that was mentioned earlier, major advisors. For those of you who are not in academia, it's important to know that for doctoral students, the major advisor is an accomplished faculty member of significant importance. Together, the advisor and students spend many hours creating new knowledge and sharing it with the academic community and the public. As you can imagine, their relationship is very strong. It's the core of the student's doctoral education, and it's often the student's most important starting point for a career. For all doctoral students, several faculty, in addition to the major advisor, also provide significant advice and guidance. It truly takes a village to support each of the graduates here today. Clemson University is grateful for the efforts of our faculty advisors and proud of the successes that they and our doctoral students achieve together. And now, it is my honor to introduce a strong advocate for graduate education and for faculty. He's a national leader in higher education, and very fortunately for us, he is the president of Clemson University, Dr. James P. Clements, who will officially confer today's degrees. Thank you, sir.
Well, thank you, Dr. Jones, and thank you for the great job you are doing as our Executive Vice President and Provost, a role you have served in so very well for 10 years. Would you please help me thank this gentleman for his incredible leadership? Well, good afternoon, go Tigers. I'm honored to be here with you on this very special day. Welcome to our doctoral commencement ceremony. And let me start by saying to all who are graduating today, I'm really proud of you. I'm really proud of you. And I'm thrilled that we are together today to celebrate you as you walk across the stage and properly mark this major achievement in your life. You did it. You made it to the finish line. Today we celebrate your hard work and your incredible accomplishments and the value and the importance of graduate education at Clemson. We recognize the contributions that you've made through your studies and your research that is driving innovation and generating new ideas and expanding the knowledge base of Clemson and the world. As you very well know, doctoral education is a lengthy, challenging, and demanding process. Only about 2% of the U.S. population has earned a doctorate. But you did it. And the truth is, you had a lot of help and support along the way. So let's take a moment to recognize the family members and friends who nurtured you and who supported you and who helped to make this day possible. To all of the moms, the dads, the spouses, the grandparents, the children, the siblings, and the aunts and uncles and friends and mentors who are here today, you honor us and these graduates with your presence. We owe each of you special thanks for the important role that you played in helping these amazing scholars achieve this remarkable goal. Would you please help me thank those who supported you? Also want to recognize and thank our brilliant faculty and dedicated staff whose commitment to excellence helped to ensure your success here at Clemson. I would like to ask our faculty and staff members who are here to please stand and accept our thanks. I would also like to extend my congratulations to any faculty or staff members who have furthered their education and who are receiving their doctoral degrees this afternoon. In preparing for today's ceremony, I thought back on my own academic experience. And I remember in elementary school, my teachers calling me professor because I was a very serious student and I wanted to help the others learn the subject matter. And I remember my first day as an undergraduate student sitting in my very first class and listening to my professor and knowing that is exactly what I want it to be. That was and still is my dream job. Little did I know at that time just how much effort and hard work it would take to qualify for my dream job. You've heard about the other previous language requirements that Dr. Lopes mentioned in order to graduate with a doctoral degree. Well, Dr. Lopes, I also had to learn new languages on my doctoral journey, but based on my field of study, those languages were C, C++, SQL, and numerous other programming languages. I remember one of the most important lessons I learned from my parents, and that was the importance of a college education. My parents didn't have the opportunity to go to college due to financial constraints, but they instilled in me and my 3 older siblings the value of a quality education. They urged us to be passionate about the transformational, life-changing power of education. We were the first generation in my family to go to college, and we were taught that education was the path to a better future, not just for an individual, but for society as a whole. And we listened. Between me and my 3 older siblings, we actually earned 11 college degrees, including 7 graduate degrees and 1 honorary doctorate. And I believe that one of the proudest days for my parents was the day that my brother and I received our PhDs side by side on stage. And to this day, that is one of my favorite memories. And I hope that today is a day that you all will treasure and think of for many years to come. You have demonstrated incredible courage and determination to earn your doctorate. Many of you began working on your degree through an unprecedented pandemic. Many of you have children and spouses and parents and other loved ones that you had to care for during your journey. You had jobs or research assistantships which required your time and your attention. Some of you are also first-generation graduate students, like I was, and earning a doctorate isn't a quick process. It's a journey that takes many years of your life, and usually in a season of life in which there's a lot of change. It's not easy to obtain a doctorate. As I mentioned earlier, only about 2% of the population in the United States has a doctoral degree. When I talk to individuals who recently earned their doctorate and ask them to describe their experience and what helped them to persist and graduate, they often say it is a testament of perseverance. And they just couldn't give up. They were determined, like you, to make it. They also said that it can be lonely and you need a good support system, but ultimately it is you who has to do the work, you who has to do the research, you who has to put in the time and the effort, and it takes determination and it takes courage. You are each determined and courageous scholars. These traits will serve you well in your life, so please never lose those traits. And as our student speaker, soon to be Dr. Sadea Olonyo, shared with us, today is just the beginning of a new chapter in your life. And you have a choice to use your gifts and your talents with purpose and with passion, and to show up as your most authentic self each and every day. People will look up to you. You are leaders, leaders in your field, leaders in life, and you have a choice to lead with kindness and to lead with integrity and to lead with purpose. I want to challenge each of you to show up every day with the mindset of a champion. No matter what curveballs life throws you, continue to show up as your most authentic self. The world needs you, and through your gifts and talents, you will make a positive impact and significant impact in the world. I want you to look at the gold medallion that you received today in celebration of 100 years of graduate education here at Clemson University, and really think about what it says, making the difference. It doesn't say trying to make a difference, it says making the difference. And that is my challenge to each and every one of you. Make the difference. You never know the impact that you will have in someone's life. A word that you may say, a smile that you may offer, and the impact that it will have. That person might even become a Clemson Tiger. You might even earn a doctoral degree, just as you were about to do. I would now like to ask the candidates for the doctoral degree to please stand and be recognized. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my immense pleasure to present to you the doctoral class of 2024. By the authority vested in me by the Clemson University Board of Trustees, I now confer upon you the doctoral degree with all of the rights and privileges appertaining thereto, and as testimony thereof, I present you with a doctorate from the university. Congratulations. I ask that you please come forward with your advisor or designee, beginning with the first row on this side. All others may be seated at this time.
The College of Agriculture, Forestry, and Life Sciences. Dr. Ibrahim Olayode Busari. Dr. Rashida Nagy. Dr. Alexandra Thomas. Dr. Mandeep Tayal. Dr. Kun Huang. Dr. Lucas Henry Clay. Dr. Tariq Alam. Dr. Milan Pant. Dr. Chino Wang. Dr. Ridge Wesley Sliger. The College of Architecture, Art, and Construction. Dr. Ahmad Zaki Ghaffari. the College of Arts and Humanities. Dr. William John Ordeman. The College of Behavioral, Social, and Health Sciences. Dr. Leslie Ann Marie Ravan. Dr. Sidney Hughes Lindros. Dr. Lindsay Cantella. Dr. Casey West Hobbs. Dr. Emily Caitlin Payne. Dr. Patricia Carvajales Dale. Dr. Elena Hefrova. The College of Education. Dr. Latricia Renee Drummond. Dr. Jeffrey Paul Duncan. Dr. David Eugene Falal. Dr. Tara Hartness Grudzielanek. Dr. Rebecca Allison Stone Danahy. Dr. Carrie A. McCain. Dr. Caitlin Singleton. Dr. Clayton Frank Porter. Dr. Candace Wicker Bolding. Dr. Ann McMahon Grant. Dr. Farhana Afroz. Dr. Nicole Marie Langenheisen. The College of Engineering, Computing, and Applied Sciences. Dr. Karima Laura Alatishe. Dr. Holly Caroline Jordan Campbell. Dr. Manuel Andres Gutierrez. Dr. Marketa Hagi. Dr. Sophia Elizabeth Silver. Dr. Tony Warnick Alvarez. Dr. Lucian Michael Williams. Dr. Dorian Foster. Dr. Molly Helen Garifo. Dr. Rinnie Pauley. Dr. Bronson Lin. Dr. Quan Truong Do. Dr. Kainde Abdusalam Elelu. Dr. Ryan Canales. Dr. Ming-Chi Lee. Dr. Keith Baltz. Dr. Elizabeth Zanin Flanagan. Dr. Leah M. Wiedeblake. Dr. Philip Henrik Arve. Dr. Sohail Rudini. Dr. Brianna Dawn Watir Weisensee. Dr. Artis Brasovs. Dr. Miranda Pacific Stone. Dr. Tian Yi Zhou. Dr. Tanuj Gupta. Dr. Saddam Gafsi. The College of Science. Dr. Joshua Lee Turner. Dr. Tokia Gabrielle Payton. Dr. Caitlin M. Durr. Dr. Perla Yasmin Sauceda Olonio. Dr. Caitlin Abigail Tisdale. Dr. Masa Farugian. Dr. Amechi Shadrach Odo. Dr. Austin Gregory Seelkop. Dr. Jeffrey Spencer Hatfield. Dr. Abhishek Kanal. Dr. Zhi Yuan Song.
Congratulations again to all of you graduating today. How about a loud round of applause for our newest doctoral degree recipients? To all of you who just finished your degree, we know that you will make us proud. And more importantly, we know that you will make a positive difference in the world. I hope that your Clemson experience has been everything that you hoped it would be, and that we instilled in you the core values that we hold so dear: integrity, respect, diversity, patriotism, excellence, and self-reliance. I hope that we challenged you, that we inspired you to think critically and to be engaged with your community and the world. You just earned your doctorate from a Carnegie Tier 1 research university, a very prestigious group of universities in the United States classified as having the highest level of research activity. You leave this university with exceptional academic credentials, and I encourage you, again, to use your talents and your education to make a positive difference. Some of you earned your undergraduate or your master's degree at Clemson, so you already know that a Clemson degree is highly regarded around the globe. And you know that the Clemson family is very special and very real. For those of you who earned your previous degrees at another institution, today you become a Clemson alumnus and you join a family of nearly 190,000 members around the world. You are forever connected to this university, and you are forever connected to this community of scholars and to every member of the Clemson family. And as part of the Clemson family, I also want to challenge you to be the supportive friend and the loving family member and the same type of caring mentor for someone else, just like you had during your educational journey here at Clemson. I ask you again to use the incredible knowledge that you have gained and the research that you have performed to make a positive impact on others. Congratulations again, and go Tigers.
Will you please stand and join in the singing of the Clemson Alma Mater? Please remain standing if you are able for the recessional of the stage party.